Alright, I tore the tire off the rim, and it's not in that good a shape. I got this other one. It's in good shape. Not sure how good the tire is, if it'll seal up or not. But I do have the inner tube, so I might just put this together with the inner tube. So I need to pull out that air nozzle there, air filler. Okay, let's do it. Get her done. Yeah! Come on, get out of there! Ah! I guess I could put some soap on it. That might make it easier. Nah, let's do it the hard way. Why do it the easy way when you can do it the hard way? Alright, got the rim off. I should probably clean this up, shouldn't I? There it is. I don't know if I saved it or not. Maybe reusable. Maybe not. Okay. All right, let's look at these. Let's look at these wheels. I'm going to show you the difference between just a regular rim and a beadlock rim. Now, if you look at this edge right here and there, this is just a smooth with a slight taper down. Okay, this is just a cheap rim. Okay, this one here actually has a little bit of a beadlock. It's hard to tell on the picture, but right here, right along this ridge, there's a slight bump, and then over here, right along there, is a slight bump. Very slight on this, but there is one where this one does not have it. This one's tapered and smooth. This one's flat with a little bit of a bump. That's a beadlock. Okay. This, once the tire is seated on there, it'll be locked on there better than on this. This takes tire pressure to hold it on. This takes tire pressure plus. It's just a better way. Let me see if I could show you in the picture. I don't know if you could see that. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit. So there's a ridge right there that's high. This is higher than that. You can see that line there. That little line creates a bump. So the tire slips onto there, and then for it to fall off the rim, it has to go up over that. A beadlock. Well, not beadlock. A true beadlock would be like off-road on the outside. But this is, I don't know what it's called. I call it a beadlock, but tire retention bump. I don't know. If you look on automotive wheels, they're more aggressive. They have a nice ledge. Anyway, this is a higher quality rim than this. Okay, this is okay for low. This is good for a rear drive wheel. Okay, this would not be good for a rear drive wheel. This would be good for a front, just floating along, no power, no brakes. All right, got this inner tube. I don't know the history of it. I don't know if it's any good. So I'm gonna pump it up and see if it's any good. All right, see if this thing has any leaks. It's not gonna fit in that container. Okay, let's see what else we got. Gotta have some water around here somewhere. Had some good wind come through here. Looks like I blew my tin over. Sometimes it blows trees over and branches, and falls on some of the cars, but we might be okay tonight, or last night. All right, here's some water. Let's check out, see if we get any air bubbles. It'll be pretty obvious. We're getting a reflection of that water. That's hard to tell, but all right. I saw no noticeable air bubbles, and the valve actually didn't leak. I remember as a kid going out to Kimbrough's in Custer. It was a fuel station, gas station, and he'd let us play with the air hose and work on our bicycle tire inner tubes. And he had a big water tank out back, I remember. They'd put car tires in it. And then inner tubes, car inner tubes. So I think we have a good tube. I saw no leaks. Now one issue with this tube is it's for a 5-inch rim. It says 5 on it anyway, somewhere. Yeah, right here. 410, 355, and our rim's a 6, but it's all I got. I'm gonna try to force it on, see what happens. Alright, I got it into the drop center, kinda. Let's get it in there. Then I gotta line the snozzle up. Not quite lined up. I gotta find it now. I saw it earlier. Where you at, buddy? Find it. Well, there it is. I got it. We're about 1.5 inches off. Okay. All right, got the nose in the hole there. Gotta pull it through. There she is. Don't want to damage it. Okay, so that is in. Gotta make sure that inner tube's down. I don't want to pinch it. Especially this one, it's easy to pinch. Poke a screwdriver into it, pinch it. Okay, I think we're gonna go for that. Go for broke. I think I'll start opposite the snozzle. Got the wrong angle. Try to pull it over here. Maybe I'll just hold it with a screwdriver. There you go. That ain't bad. Get some air pressure in it. Now I got to put my my valve, little valve wrench on there. It's filling, it's going, it's going. It's going. Look at that side's on. This side is almost there. See if I get this nozzle in a good spot. I guess that's the best spot we're going to get. Looky there. I think we got it. Alright guys, I think I got it. I want to show you where that nozzle is if I can find it. There she is. See it down in there? It's kind of hiding down in there. But it's there. And it's on the bead all the way around, both sides. And this thing is a directional tire. Not that it matters on this little machine, but it's going to be on there like this and spin like that. So what you want is as it spins across the surface, it pushes to the outside. So like if you're in the mud or something, it'll hit that and push to the outside. So it's a directional tread. Sometimes I have an arrow on the side. This one here, I see no arrow. Oh, here we go. No arrow, but this one here is a, I don't know how do you say that. Haojian, made in China. Oh, it's backwards to you guys? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a tire on the rim. It's got a tread. Seems to be holding air. It's got a tube in it, which is good. So let's check the bearings. This bearing here spins, but it's a little dry. And this one here, this one doesn't really want to spin, but I know it does. I'm sure the bearings are in good shape. They've just been sitting out in the rain, and there's probably no probably all dried up in there. So we'll just douse it with a little looby dooby and bring them back to life. Yeah, I like to reverse the sprockets whenever I can. Let's see, this was mounted. This was on the outside and it spun this direction. So that meant that the chain was pulling on this side of the teeth. Okay. So what I'd like to do, now this sprocket's in really good shape, but some of them you could actually tell, you know, that they're like wore on the one side. So if possible, like if this is all symmetrical depth and everything, I like to flip it and bolt it on the opposite. That way you're running on the side of the chain that wasn't under power. So now this sprocket's good either way, just because it looks like it has hardly any use on it, or the use was very tender, very tender use. And with the stock motor that this thing had, it was probably a 3-horse, so it probably didn't have a lot of force put on it. So it lived on there like that. I'm going to flip it over and put it on that way. Now you got to make sure it sits down and everything works good, because sometimes you can't flip them. This one seems to be very flippable, so I flipped it. All right, I got 2 spacers. There's 2 axle spacers here. One of them is longer than the other. I think that the long one goes on this side. I could be wrong. So let's check it out with the brake. See how it fits with the brake caliper. And that might tell us which spacer is what. So can't forget to put the chain on. So let's slip the brake into the caliper. Maybe I could slip this on too. Can you slip this on? That's what I'll do. I'll slip her together, and that'll tell me what spacers going on what side. Okay. Are we still on? I did some recording the other day, and I recorded without it being on. So I lost some good stuff. So if you see me looking at the camera, I'm looking at the red light. Okay, so looking at the caliper right there. Yeah, it looks like the narrow is on this side. And yeah, so let's try that out. Put the narrow over here, and the wide over here. See what we get. Okay, I got the narrow one in. Just going to slide it over. Yeah, that's looking about right on the chain. And how about our caliper? Okay, I think that we got it. So now I'll put the wide one in over here. It's kind of tricky to put in. I think I'll grab my alligator nose 2000 pliers here and just hold it with that. I've had these Craftsman locking pliers for, I don't know, 30 years probably. Okay, we are in. Now put the nut on. Still holding there? Yep, still holding there. That's good. Okay, I'd call that good. Feels nice and tight. I'm not going to tighten up the caliper quite yet because I've ordered some new brake pads, new brake disc pads. Okay, so I think the next step is I need a spacer on that, and I need a bolt there, and we need a chain snugger right there. Oh, baby! All right, guys, I wanted to show you this little mini buggy, fully suspended and caged go-kart I made last summer. I haven't quite finished it up yet, but I wanted to show it to you. This is something I'm going to finish up, and I'm going to make kits off it to sell to you guys. So it's got a rear swing arm in the back, and the engine is mounted on the frame, and the rear swing arm just has the rear axle and the rear brake. The front here has a single A-arm suspension on each side. Simple go-kart steering. And here on the rear you can see the details of the swing arm. The pivot of the swing arm is up here on the frame, and it's in line with the jack shaft. And the jack shaft goes from the engine to that side, and then that side to the rear sprocket. It's got a single hydraulic disc brake, and this one here will be running a centrifugal clutch right there. So I built it to fit all the motors, all the single cylinder GX style motors. Fits the Honda GX series and the Predators and the other clones. The motor mount has multiple slots, so all the engines fit. From the GX 200, Predator 212, all the way up to the big block, the 390, the GX 390, and the Predator, what is it? 420, 440, something like that. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys a little sneak peek of this thing. I'm going to be finishing it at the beginning of 2024, and I'm going to be making kits. One of the kits will be everything you see here, and other kits will be just the front suspension or just the front spindles. Another kit will be just the rear swing arm. Another kit is just the rear engine mount with jack shaft and pivot points. Another kit will be those two items together. Another kit will be the complete frame. Now, none of this will be a complete turnkey, jump in it and drive. All of these will be either weld together kits or bolt together kits, except for the rear, this rear system. I'm going to weld it all up, and it'll be either a bolt or a weld on to your project, either a new project or to a new cage. The same with the front. It's either going to be a weld together, or I'll sell it as a completely welded unit that you could just put into your own machine. Now I'm in Bellingham, Washington, so I haven't looked into shipping yet, but I'm not sure what it would take to ship this complete thing anywhere in the United States. And we're talking about probably the lower 48, but you know, if you want to pay more for shipping, we could ship anywhere. So anyway, that's the little project I'm gonna be doing over the next month. Right now it's the day after Christmas, 2023. So this will be coming to my online store soon, these parts and pieces. And also I'll be able to do custom stuff. If you have some certain requirements of length or width or different motors or whatever, I can work with you. Now this one here, this one's going to be more laid out like a cross cart. It's going to have the rear engine with the CV type axles in the back. And this one also, after I finish this one up and get it usable, I'll be taking dimensions off it, and I'll start to build a prototype, a cross cart prototype. And it'll be similar kits to that. I'll sell, you know, front double A-arm kits, front suspension kits, rear spool with the drive system, rear engine cage. This one here is going to have a, well, the prototype might not, but this one here might not, but the prototype will have a gearbox. It'll have a little rack and pinion down there. So that's the upcoming projects, is finish that guy, work the bugs out of it, start making kits for it, selling kits, and then move on to this one. And this one will be the prototype for the production cross cart type layout. So that's what we got coming up. The little mini bike, it'll be finished soon, and that'll go away. At a later date, if there's interest, I could start making mini bike frames, but we'll just see how it goes. My number one is finish that puppy and get all the kits out for that and start selling those. All right, till next time, take it easy, and if you leave a comment, it helps me, and if you subscribe, that helps. So I make no money on these videos except for the parts that I sell when you click those links in the description. So adios.